What is up, everybody? Welcome to another hot off-the-press smoking edition of Tone Nerds. And today, we are building on our last episode where we reviewed the AP GOAT Dual Overdrive. And you guys are thinking, we have a few Dual Overdrives in the arsenal. Why don't we just try them out head-to-head? Let's put them in an arena and let them just fight to the death.
Fight to the death.
So that's what we're going to do. We have taken the AP GOAT, we've taken the Browne Amplification Protein, and my Z Drive Overdrive as well, which is a dual drive. We'll talk a little bit about the differences, but we're going to let these things just duke it out and see which one is the winner. So let's get into it.
So if you hadn't seen our last episode, I talked a little bit kind of about the background of why we're doing this. But essentially what happened was Micah bought a really cool dual overdrive, and it is the Z Drive, right? And
right.
I'll let him talk about that here in a second. But that is like a super niche pedal. Can't find it anywhere on Reverb. He basically bought the last one, and they're super hard to find. And I said, well, I want a super cool, hard to find pedal. So I just was scrolling through Reverb, and I found the AP pedals GOAT Overdrive. And so this is from a guy in North Macedonia, and his name is Antonio. He builds these, and it's just a really sweet dual overdrive, and we tested that out in the last episode.
And not to mention, we get to throw the protein in the mix and see how it stacks up against these new kids on the block. Well, I guess technically the Dr. Z isn't the new kid on the block. It's had its time. It's discontinued. And I think, I can't remember if I mentioned this before, but the reason for it was because of the components that they were using to build it, I guess, were becoming hard to come by. So they discontinued making the Z Drive. At some point, they may, Dr. Z and Earthquaker may renew their partnership and build more. But for now, what's out there is all we got. So let's hear some sounds on this thing. Let's check it out. Let's do it. All right, Ruben, let's get into this thing, man. What are we working with guitar-wise?
I have a PRS Standard 24. Just put the original pickups back in. I was rocking some Lambertones. I love the Lambertones, but I'm getting ready to sell this one.
That's right. This guitar is getting ready to go on the market, and it could be yours.
There you go.
Let's check it out. Let's just work our way left to right. So we're going to start with the AP. And
so real quick, so what is the AP GOAT drive? It is a transparent drive on the left, tube screamery type drive on the right with some
with some tweakability.
With some clipping options,
Yep. And then we got the Protein, which is Blues Breaker Nobles. And we got the Z Drive, which is got a germanium side and a MOSFET side. So
let's get into it. So just
clean. All right.
This is the neck pickup, the bridge.
It's nice and punchy.
Let's go back to the neck. Put that on the bridge pickup.
That's right. Yeah, that's
right. So let's try with the different clipping options.
Yeah, okay. Let's just do, so we're going back just the red side. This is the very low down setting. I think this is kind of like your
I think it's
basic
classic
tube screamer kind of thing. Okay, so let's go up to the top.
And remember, there's a volume jump if you
notice. For sure.
So
let's
we'll
keep
have
playing.
to
We'll
adjust
adjust.
That.
Okay, so that's like your symmetrical clipping, I believe. So it's going to be your silicone. I think we determined, at least I have a very strong suspicion that up is going to be your symmetrical. This is going to be your asymmetrical. Let's listen to that.
let's switch it up.
All right, protein.
All right, so we're going cool. Blues breaker side.
Yep. Let's just compare real quick. Yeah, there's something just comparing the blue sides. Mm-hmm. There's something this is giving a little more color to the clean tone. I feel like than the blue side of the AP. Feel free to disagree with me, and maybe you like it, maybe you don't. But to me, to my ear, this feels a little more transparent. I never really jived with the blue side of the protein because I wanted something more transparent, but I wasn't getting it.
Yeah.
So get this sound. This is kind of like.
All right. So let me just do this. Now let's put some verb on here.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. A little delay too.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So now let's go to the blues breaker.
Loved that.
Let's roll up the gain a little bit to give it more volume. Try it again. There's a coloration there that I'm not happy with. I don't like it.
And that might not necessarily even be like a Browne amplification thing. Me personally, with my playing style, tend to kind of navigate more towards the transparent drive than the blues breaker type.
Yep. Pedal. Agreed. All right, well let's keep going. Let's try the green side of the protein.
So this is like a Nobles ODR, kind of thing.
Iconic drive. People love Nobles. Yeah.
And then this would be probably closer to this setting here.
Yeah,
I kind of like the goat.
Yeah, I mean, let's play the protein
now,
again.
This was my favorite side out of the protein when I owned it.
What did you typically run your drive level at on the green side?
I would say probably just above noon, between noon and 3/4.
Okay, well let's do that. I like the kind of vibe of that too. What if I add some bite to it? It's pretty close. Yeah, this is a little smoother, but I mean,
This one feels a little fuller to me. What if we switch the clipping option?
Yeah, let's just switch it all the way to the top to the silicone. I like the green side of the protein better than the blue side. That's always been my thing with it. But yeah, I think, and I still like it. I do like this. But this is really nice too. It's, as far as which one I like better, it's hard to say.
Yeah.
But the fact that I feel like the blue channel on this one is I like significantly better than the blue on the protein, gives the AP the leg up for me.
Well, let's see how it stacks, because when I did have the protein, that was one of my favorite things, was just running it stacked, which was kind of the tough part for me, because every time I wanted to use it, I felt like I'll try to turn my foot sideways to click both of them at the same time,
Right.
But let's see how the protein stacks. Let's start there. This was like that sound. two sides of the protein stack really nicely.
Yeah.
What about like a kind of lead line type thing?
That's really close.
Yeah.
I don't know which one I like. They're neck and neck.
Yeah.
I think all things considered, though, the blue side on the AP gives that pedal the edge to me.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing we haven't even talked about yet is price point. Yeah. Lee, what do you get picking up one of these for $140?
Yeah, I got this. So this is $140, something like that.
Versus
like
$300 plus for the protein.
I forgot that's how much it costs. That's tough.
That's tough. Yeah, for that difference. Yeah. I mean, I would say the protein is a great pedal.
It is a great pedal.
No shade on the protein, but if you're budget conscious and you really like that stack sound, but you can't really put out that kind of dough for it, man, I think the AP is a great option for you.
Clear winner.
We have a clear winner on round one. Yeah.
Round one. Let's see how the protein stacks up against the Z Drive.
Okay, got it. That sounds like a good plan. Now, as I mentioned at the outset, Z Drive is a little different. There's no stack option here.
Yeah. So talk me through it. I don't know much about it.
Yeah. So it's two different sides. There's a germanium side, a MOSFET side. So that's that kind of shapes the drive sound. You have this cut switch on both of them. On each side has its own cut switch. You also have, which is kind of nice thing about the Z Drive, is you do have a 3-band EQ with a treble, mid, and bass.
Oh, that's nice. That's
so
cool.
I haven't got too experimental with that yet, but that is nice, especially if you're playing in a band situation and you're just not cutting through the mix. You have an option to boost those mids a little bit.
Yeah,
which is
a mids knob is always helpful.
Always helpful. Yeah. So let's go ahead and hear the clean tone again. Yeah. That's on the bridge. Okay.
And the neck.
Okay, let's hit the Z. This is the, which I don't remember which side is. Oh, the germanium is the green. We'll do the green side first.
That's pretty transparent.
Yep. Okay. You gonna try that on the bridge? I do like that. Let me keep playing. I'm just going to compare that against the... Let's try Blues Breaker, and then I'll flip between that and germanium. Do it again. But it's a little bit bassier with the switch up.
So, explain to me this. What's typically the because I see there's a MOSFET and germanium side. What, when you hear germanium, usually comes to mind as far as the tone versus MOSFET that affects it?
When I hear germanium, I think Klon.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be a little bit lower gain, a little bit more transparent. MOSFET, and I could be wrong. I don't know the science behind it, but I feel like it's going to be a little bit more punchy, a little bit maybe. I don't know if it is asymmetrical clipping, but I feel like it's more that kind of thing. A little bit more drive, a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
And germanium is going to be a little smoother, a little bit more transparent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So correct me if I'm wrong, but that's how I think about it.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
That helps me. I've always wondered, with germanium, I just like saying the word.
Yeah. Germanium. It's just
Germanium
nice to say.
diodes.
It's nice to say. All right.
Let's check out whatever's the high gain side against this.
Against the Nobles. Got it. All right. So we're there, man. We're
ready.
See what I'm saying with the punchy thing? Let's go back to the green. A little more aggressive. And the drive right now is at about 10 o'clock. So it's pretty low on there.
What if we mess with the EQ a little bit? Can I get like a little
more
mids?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go mids, maybe like 2 o'clock.
And then dip the treble just a smidgen.
Okay.
Smidgen is a technical term.
Yeah.
I like that.
Try it again.
That's it there.
I like the cut switch up. Yeah.
That's some hair to it. Yeah. That actually was super close.
Those are really close. I feel like this has a little more teeth to it.
Yeah.
You know, which I like. I like that.
What if I play some...
That's fun.
Bridge. Can I hear the protein?
Yep. Like a big D chord and just like. I like the Nobles with more of the chording type of stuff.
I feel like if you're playing rhythm, this is great.
Yeah.
When you're going to, unless you're stacking them, which.
Yeah, but even then, like, it's not like the blue side's adding a lot of low end, you know.
But it cuts.
It does cut. Like, yeah. Let's hear that real quick.
All right.
Okay.
Hold on.
Even that, I like that. Just the way it compresses.
Yeah,
even
a little bit more.
Even with it just being one channel, you still got your low gain, high gain. You just don't have that stacked, like, you know, take it to the next level, like turn it to 11 kind of thing, you know. But I don't know, man. The Z Drive sounds really good. Let's pick our winners.
Let's go for it.
All right, let's rank them. I'll tell you what, we're gonna rank them. Number 3 to number 1. All right, so you go first, Ruben. What's your number 3?
Okay.
And I'll tell you my number 3.
I think this is third place.
I would agree. I think we eliminated it pretty quickly.
On both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could be partial, but I'll give you my reasoning. I'm going to go Z Drive second place. Now, I actually really like the tones. I love the 3-band EQ, love the cut switch. Tons of options.
Yeah.
But I can't stack it.
You can't stack it.
I can't stack
fair
it.
Enough.
And if I'm thinking dual overdrive, it's got to be right, left, together.
Yep.
I will say, though, I think tonally, I did like the 2 separate sounds coming out of here a little bit more. If this was a setup that I could stack, I think the Z Drive might have taken it.
Yep.
I'm giving a few extra brownie points because I do like the aesthetic of the little 3-dimensional logo. So I'll
and you can actually still buy this. It's on the market.
Yes.
This is not. So, you know, and price wise, this is a more affordable option, more budget option as well.
How much does the Z Drive run for? It must be something because you can't find them.
Yeah. So I got mine, I think, for like $200, but
that's not too bad.
No, it's not. But it's like the problem is just finding one.
Yeah.
You know? So for me, Protein number 3. Very difficult decision between these two because of the reasons you outlined. But I think I just really dig the Z Drive sounds a little more. Just the way you can tweak things with the 3-band EQ and the cut switches. I find myself leaning Z Drive, even though I can't stack it. It's one of those things like, okay, I got this. I got 2 very different kind of drive sounds, and maybe have another, you know, pedal to stack it with. Maybe a Greer Lightspeed or something. Something more on the transparent side to put in front of this and to stack with it. Okay, so that's where we landed with these pedals. Where did you land with them? Which one do you like the best? Drop a comment and let us know. And as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you're notified when new Tone Nerds content is coming your way. You guys have a great day.